Hi, welcome to Fantastic Feast. I'm your host, Thuy Phan. They say that Christmas time is the most wonderful time of the year, and I have to agree because it's the time when you spend time with family, there's gifts, and everybody is happy, and everything kind of slows down a little bit for you to enjoy, being together and everything. So one thing that I always love about Christmas is all the baked goods and the treats, and nothing screams Christmas more than gingerbread men. So I love to make gingerbread cookies, not only to give away as gifts, but I like to have it as a kind of a activity to do with kids, because you can make the gingerbread men and then you can let them decorate it. So I'm going to show you how to make a really good gingerbread cookie, and then you can also make an easy icing to go on top, and you can have a little gingerbread cookie party, and the kids can get together and decorate, which I kind of really love having just kids around for the holidays for that reason. So for this recipe, what you will need is 3½ cups of all-purpose flour. You also need 3/4 of a cup of dark brown or light brown sugar. You also need 2/3 of a cup of softened unsalted butter. It comes out to about 10 tablespoons of butter. You also need 1 egg at room temperature. You need 2/3 of a cup of molasses. You also need 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. These are the spices that comprise the gingerbread cookie that makes it so flavorful and really warm and comfy. It's 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of ground ginger, and then you also have 1/2 teaspoon of allspice, and then 1/2 teaspoon of cloves. And that will give it a really nice aromatic flavor that when you bite into it, it'll be full of flavor and really good. Right here, I'll start with the flour. What we'll add to it next is the spices, baking soda, and the salt. So we'll add the salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and here are the spices you put in and you smell it right away. And this, when it's baking up, it just makes the whole house smell so Christmassy. And you just want to give this a light whisk so that you kind of incorporate all the ingredients. For me personally, I love going to get Christmas trees and decorating it. Every year I've had a different theme, and it's kind of my thing, and I think everybody waits to see what I do every year. And this year I decided to do kind of like a red Christmas. It's kind of more traditional than I usually do, but I always really enjoy it. Nobody gets to decorate, just me, but it's really fun to decorate, I think, and kind of get into the holiday spirit. So now what we'll do is we'll cream the butter for about 1 minute first, so it gets light and creamy and fluffy, and then we'll add the sugar, and then we'll add the egg, vanilla, and molasses, and then we'll put this dough together, and then it'll be ready to go. So first what we'll do is we will add the butter and let it come to a nice fluffy consistency. You want to whip it about medium speed for about 1 minute. Next we'll add the brown sugar, and we'll cream this for about 2 minutes so it gets incorporated and nice and fluffy. Make sure you scrape down the sides. Okay, now I will add to this the vanilla extract, our egg, and then our molasses. It smells so good. That's your dough. It's gonna look a little bit wet and sticky, but it's exactly what you're looking for. So now our dough is ready. What we will do now is chill the dough. It needs to chill at least for 3 to 4 hours, or I like it overnight at least. The dough needs to be chilled when you cut it and so forth, so you have to plan for that. So basically what you would do is take some saran wrap and you split the dough in half. And you're gonna form it into like a disc. You can see where the tan color for the gingerbread man is gonna be. So basically, do that, and I take another piece. So you kind of want to roll it. This will make it easier for you later on when you take it out of the fridge and roll it. You want to make it into like a flat disc. Okay. And this is your gingerbread dough. As you can tell, it was really simple to make. I mean, don't look at it too close. It looks like something else, but it's delicious, I swear. When you form that before you take a look and think it looks like something else that doesn't look too edible, so, okay. And the great thing about these gingerbread cookies actually is you can make them into obviously a lot of shapes, stars or gingerbread men, which I really like, but you can also make little holes in the top of them if you want to make them into ornaments. So they have a lot of uses. They can be crafty or they can be something to eat. So you have a lot of options. Ta-da! So now you have these 2 discs. Refrigerate them at least for 4 hours overnight, and then you could take them out and start rolling and cutting. So here is our dough. It's been chilled overnight. You want to let it come. Actually, we'll do one at a time so that it stays cold. And what we'll need to do is flour the surface of this, and then we'll start rolling it out. Basically, what you want to do first is you want to flour your surface, and just add flour. You take your rolling pin and you also want to flour it too. It's okay to have extra flour. I've also had baking pans over there that I've lined with a silicone baking mat, or you can do parchment paper. When you give the dough time to chill, it also allows the flavors to really meld together and you get that really wonderful spice. So you want to roll it out to about a 1/4 inch thickness, or depending on how thick you want your cookies. And this is obviously something kid-friendly too. If you're going to have them decorate, you can also have them help you do the baking. I'm sure they would love to help you cut out the cookies. So. It's about a good thickness. So, party time. So, you just take him, press down. Ta-da! Gingerbread man. Okay. So, put this here. I always think it's so cool when things start to take shape and you can start to really see what it is that you're making. So, just keep cutting, cutting. This first tray I'll do traditional gingerbread men, and then the next one we can get fancy and do the different types of cookies that we have. what you want to do is just roll it back together, start the process all over again. Okay. Okay, so this first tray is ready for the oven. I've preheated it to 350 degrees, and once it's heated up, we can put it in and bake it. So if you wanted to make this into an ornament, this is how you do it. Cut him. Then you take a straw, and then you just press it through. So you have a little hole on the top, and then you could thread ribbon in, and that could be an ornament. So you can have edible ornaments. A lot of options. So there you go. Okay, so we'll put this tray into the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes, and then we will take it out, and then I'll show you how to make an icing so that we can decorate it. So.